Hi, so this is my screencast, my overview of my final project. What I did a project on was DegreeWorks, which is an advising and kind of like a scheduling tool that people can use with academic advisors, faculty can use it, and students can use it. So I'm going to go through this just very briefly. So it is a parent company. The parent company of DegreeWorks is Ellucian, which is a very large company. um, does a lot of different programming, and I'm sure that a lot of other schools have used some sort of program from Ellucian. Um, so I kind of went over what it is already. And then I broke down for my presentation exactly what is included in DegreeWorks. So it does degree auditing and tracking, so you can kind of see it lists very clearly what classes you've taken, what classes you have not taken, and you can see everything that you still need to complete. Student planning, see what you can take in the following semesters to keep you on track. What if? So this can be something like, what if you change your major to mechanical engineering from electrical engineering? It'll show you the little differences that you have to do in your program now. Advising notes you can put in. You can also calculate your GPA depending on how many credits you're taking that semester. Web-based exception processing and waivers. So, if a dean or department chair decides to override a prerequisite, they will put a notation in DegreeWorks so that students can see that it was processed. A transfer articulation, so if you take a class somewhere else, it will be updated in DegreeWorks so students can see that exactly what passed and for what class it will count towards. Real-time visibility, it tracks exactly how many students are taking a particular class, the age of those classes, like the age of the typical student taking that class, ethnicity. It really breaks down different research criteria. So this is for people that are in the military branch, that it tracks and makes sure that the students are taking the appropriate the appropriate classes and credits needed along with their benefits through the military. And then I posted 2 videos about how DegreeWorks is used. So really, researchers find that DegreeWorks is nice, but it's not the best. And then I kind of go over, there's more. How do colleges benefit from it? Well, colleges, having a user-friendly program like DegreeWorks increases retention, matriculation, and it creates more transparent advising between the student and academic advisor. How do students benefit? So money is not wasted as much, time not wasted as much, because you're going to be more likely to take the appropriate classes you need. You can see exactly how far along you are in your schooling. You can do flexible degree audit ability, and students can see the big picture instead of just seeing what do I have to take only next semester. Negative impacts. So this is kind of a big one. Every time a class changes in requirements or what it consists of, like maybe it adds on a lab component, or now you need a prerequisite for this class, you have to constantly be updating the data in DegreeWorks or it throws everything off, basically. And a big thing is that financial aid, and particular TAP, can be disqualified if you're not meeting all of the academic requirements. So it has to constantly be updated in DegreeWorks. And it's also expensive. So what this can do for people is that it can create a more prescription versus developmental advisement approach. So prescription is really like you go in there, you say, this is what I want to take. The advisor says, okay, these are fine, you can take these classes. Developmental advisement, now the student can go and pick the classes that they want. And then by the time they come to the advisor can dig a little deeper to get to know the person, to get to know the student and any obstacles that they might have besides academic. So best practices, have DegreeWorks listed very prominently on the website so that students know how to find it and they know how to use it. And that is through training of students, faculty, and advisors. and you have to have dedicated staff who will be updating the courses as necessary. So DegreeWorks, what people have to do is that you need to have more staff if you want to develop more developmental advising. Students are better engaged in their process. They take ownership of how they're doing in school. And what really needs to happen with DegreeWorks is that it needs to increase collaboration. That's the best way for DegreeWorks to work, is that if it really connects with academics, with financial aid, with the students, with the faculty, everyone on campus. If it comes together like that, then it'll be a really streamlined process. So then I kind of went into how my own school uses DegreeWorks, and we just started in fall 2015. I think there's definitely ways to improve in it, but I think it's great. So there's a lot of other competing programs as well that could kind of beat out DegreeWorks, and they collaborate more with scheduling. That's a big thing, which really helps students out, is that you don't have to kind of go back and forth between different programs, which you do have to do with the DegreeWorks when you're looking for sections of a class that are available. And then it is actually quite easy for people to create similar programs as DegreeWorks. So DegreeWorks, if it wants to last, needs to really step up its game. So to use or not to use, you should use DegreeWorks only if you're going to have staff dedicated to making sure it's running smoothly and to update curriculum changes. You need to have very good and comprehensive training in place for everyone on campus. There needs to be training for developmental advisement if that's the approach that the school wants to take over prescription advisement. And you need to have it very prominently placed on the website, like I mentioned. And those are my references. Thank you.